Alright, hello and welcome back for another Pickwist video. In this we're going to take a look at a whole bunch of stuff. Not the stuff that's off the bed, but so I'm going to have to move some of this over because I've already revealed what the stuff I have. Normally I don't do that, so we'll start off with my favorite system of all time, the Super Nintendo, and hiding those, even though I've already shown them. Another copy of Zelda: Link to the Past. I did want one that, would possibly have the save battery that worked, because I know one copy that I have, the save battery has gone out on it, so we'll have to learn how to solder and replace that battery on my other game, and figure out how to keep, the save on there. Actually, no. I actually purchased a device that will pull the saves off there, and we'll get into that in a little while here. So yeah, Zelda: Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. So now I own 3 copies for the Super Nintendo and 1 for GBA. And I can also play that in my emulation devices. Miss Pac-Man on the Super Nintendo. I don't think I've played this version. I have played the Sega Genesis version, which is really good. And these aren't one-to-one conversions of the arcade game. So, yeah. Final Fantasy II, I don't have this in physical form. I can't play it on the Super Nintendo Mini, and that's really why I held off from buying this for so long. Not big into RPGs, but I want to, dip my foot into them and play them because I just think that they're cool, and would be cool to have a manual for that. A game I rented many moons ago. This is not that copy, but came with a dust cover too. But Tasmania, put out by Sunsoft, pretty good. It's almost like a racing game. You're moving forward on a road, kind of like you do on Road Rash, on the Genesis. Catching birds, you're controlling Taz. You can make him do his spin attack and kill the birds instead of eating them. It is quite interesting, but yeah. Didn't play this much when I rented it. Initially, just really didn't like it, but played it in 2009 on Super Nintendo emulator on PC, and I thought, this game hasn't aged well, but I'm willing to give it another chance, and I got this game for a decent deal. One that I never owned, but I have played the original Jeopardy on the Super Nintendo. This has some water damage and just some wear to it, but Jeopardy Deluxe Edition. Who did this one? Game Tech. Yeah, it's for some reason this is like green. I don't know. It has this greenish tint to it, which is odd. I don't know if that's just from age or something, but yeah, I got this really pretty inexpensive. Excuse me. A lot of these purchases were made on Whatnot. Some were off of eBay, but a good chunk of them were Whatnot. But anyways, Super Off-Road, the Baja. I have played, the original Super Off-Road on Super Nintendo. Probably get that one next. I just needed to watch some gameplay footage of it and just see, see if I like it. But yeah, the game footage I saw of this was pretty good, so, I'm not gonna bash it. I mean, it is what it is. It's like an arcade racer, And I have played the original Off-Road at Chuck E. Cheese many years ago. Genesis 6-pack. So you have Sonic the Hedgehog here, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Revenge of Shinobi, Columns, and Super Hang On. This is not for resale versions. This came packed in with the system. I have another copy of this, but it doesn't work. Just works when it wants to, which is very seldomly. So yeah, I wanted to try this, having this again. I can emulate this, and it's weird. It's like the Sega Genesis doesn't like this game, this cartridge, even the ROM of this doesn't always fire up, so it's something weird with the system. I don't know. Sticking with Sega, look at the other Sega stuff. I think I already showed this. So it's Ferrari Grand Prix Challenge. Maybe I didn't show it, but got it pretty cheap in a different lot on Whatnot from last year. Made by Flying Edge. Saw a little bit of this, I liked it, and this was like $5, so why not? Some more Game Gear stuff. Columns. You know, can't go wrong with this. I love the arcade or the Genesis version. I have played the arcade version. It's slower than the music and sound effects are a little different than the Genesis version, but yeah, pretty cool to have. I just thought of something. I wonder if I have the manual for this. I don't think I do. I do have some music in here, guys. I'm not gonna pull out the music. All the music. Jurassic Park. So this is pretty different from all the other Jurassic Park movies. You are playing as Ellie or some woman. It's like a side scroller. Totally different from the other Jurassic Park games of the time. But I like the iconic logo, even if I don't like the game. You know, it's just another addition to the Jurassic Park game collection. Sorry, trying to check if I have anything else. Let's just close this off for now. I just looked at those. Oh, here's some cables I need to show. Even though they're not very exciting, you know, why not? Ooh, actually missing out on some Super Nintendo stuff. We'll show that in a second, though. We'll finish up the Game Gear stuff. And so we have. Let me get it out of its case. This one was pricey, but you know, I want to have some itchy and scratchy artwork. You know, it's itchy and scratchy game. That's the title of it on the Game Gear. Genuine Simpsons product. So you're playing as Itchy. And Itchy and Scratchy characters. Even comes with the manual. Manual's not too bad a shape. Tells you the weapons in the game. No real extra, a whole lot of extra artwork like some other manuals wouldn't place for notes and stuff. Also look for Virtual Bart on Game Gear, or on Genesis. Is it on Game Gear? Maybe it is. But yeah, so we'll stick that in there. That's not what is in here. Megapixel. Okay. We'll go back to Super Nintendo. We have one more Super Nintendo thing to show. Let's see. Yes, the official Super Nintendo cleaning kit. Actually, never seen this, so I don't even know if I pulled it out when I got it. Strange enough, this does not want to come out of the box. Here we go. So it comes in, you know, the same materials a game would come in. It's got these weird spacer things. I don't know what that's about. Oh, it's because it's the cleaning pads. Yeah, it's in the shape of a game cartridge. And it's got these spots for your fingers, your handles for your fingers. And you just pop this into the system. So instead of having, you know, the PCB board, it's got this here, which is shaped just like a PCB board, basically, technically. And, you know, you just pop this in and out of the system with some alcohol and these, probably these pad things. I've never, never used this stuff before. I figured, you know what, why not? Because there aren't any, you know, new products on the market. Excuse me. To clean the system, really. I mean, to clean it properly. I did do it with you know, a Q-tip and some alcohol one time because the system just would not turn on. But there it is. There it is. Ooh. Final Fantasy III manual, which I have the cartridge, you know, the game cartridge. Some artwork here, obviously hand drawn. Pretty cool stuff. different, sorry, weapons and stuff. Pretty cool artwork. And the map, it was not cheap, but you know, I had to complete that collection, complete the game. Glover 60 on N64, pretty cheap. You can still find this game really cheap. You know, a bunch of them were made, so you know, there's that. Excuse me while I put this back in here. I don't want to lose the game. And you know, different companies make aftermarket cases for the Game Boy games and stuff, but I always get the official, especially on the Game Boy games, because those cases close and open a lot easier, or they open a lot easier. Those the bootleg ones are really hard to open because they just, I don't know, they didn't make them right. It's really weird. Except for this case. Oops. Except for this case, you know, this little thing pops down and pops into the little tab here. We have Mario Kart Super Circuit. Bought this because my other copy that I got has some crap on the PCB board, on the part that makes contact inside the game system. So it doesn't always turn on all the way. So, you know, I kind of paid up for this one, but whatever. That's fine. It's really the only handheld game I got, really. I mean, well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to show that one again, but we'll show Duke Nukem. Is this 2 or 1 collection? One of the 2, but you have Sydney Hunter, and I'll show those in a second. Duke Nukem Time to Kill, that was on the PlayStation. So this is the Evercade. I've already done a complete video on this thing. It's a little handheld, you know, it takes these proprietary cartridges that look like that. Pop into the back of the system. It's kind of a tight fit in there, but they work. Then you have your full color manuals, and a lot of these I bought brand new, actually all of them, just about, yeah, except for the Atari collection, which supposedly there was another Atari collection coming out, but that I personally haven't seen it on Amazon. That's where I bought all these from. So you get full color manuals. Each little section has a section for each game. So you have Time to Kill, Land of the Babes, Duke Nukem Advance, then Sydney Hunter collection. So there's these great little retro collections on here. This one includes 4 games. The other one included 3. So you have all the Sydney Hunter games on there, including the Super Nintendo one, which I do own the cartridge of it for Super Nintendo. So yeah, this is Duke Nukem Collection 1. And I think that's what, yeah, that is this here. So you have Duke Nukem 1 and 2 for PC, remastered, and then, you know, Duke Nukem 3D Total Meltdown. This is the original PC version. This is not the sanitized version or any, and it does play at 60 frames, and this has 3 games. So yeah, it's a just great port of the original 1997 game, or 1996 video game on the PC, which I did play the original. My dad still has the original CD PC version of the game. Sticking with retro, and we do have some more disc stuff. I thought I had. Okay, I know we have that floating around somewhere, but I don't know if I already showed it. But Sega Not for Resale. This is, you could mail in for this, I think it was, and it was 3 free games for Sega Saturn, or with the purchase of a Sega Saturn. So you got the first 3, you know, launch games: Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Cop, and Daytona USA. And I have, you know, Virtua Cop 2, I think, on disc only, but to have these in this cool packaging, you know. And I've already shown them before in another video. Sorry, I need to put this down back here so it doesn't fall and bust open or something. Oh, okay. I thought I had, what? Crash. Ah, okay. Warped. Okay, we'll finish up this Nintendo stuff and then move on. So we have a Game Shark, and I showed this thing in my, it's just a cartridge, you know, it looks like by Interact. Saw a whole documentary on them. What was it called? Gaming Fighting with Skeletons, or whoever did a documentary on this, and I'll link that in the description box below. But my copy of this just comes with the cartridge, and I can get the codes off the internet. So it's pretty cool these days. You don't have to have those code books. But yeah, GameCube game, Hot Wheels World Race. I don't think I have any other GameCube games. Midway Arcade Treasures, but I think I already showed that in the last pickups video, I believe. Let's see here. Maybe I showed it in a, but there it is. Midway Arcade Treasures for the GameCube. Comes in a generic case. That's fine. Don't own any of those on the GameCube, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get them. So there we go. And one more Super Nintendo thing. Nintendo thing. Mission Impossible. I think we rented this back in the day. We may have owned it. May have not. I don't know. But one section we got stuck in. And this is an Ocean game. Ocean makes some good games. I mean, they're not excellent, but, you know, they have appeal and they're made well and stuff. So, yeah. Had to have this. Got it really cheap. So there's that. By the way, all this stuff I'm going through, the stuff I show I'm putting on the ground. So that's why there's a small pause between stuff. And some of the stuff I may have already shown. I'm not entirely sure on some of it, but... And then some stuff I'm just putting off to the side of the bed here. So, Crash Bandicoot, disc only. Crash 2, disc only. I thought I had bought a Crash Bandicoot. What do you call it? Just Crash Bandicoot 1. You know, greatest hits. I could have sworn I did. I'm going to have to look back through my purchases here. Interactive Sampler, Volume 3. So we get Twisted Metal 2, Crash Bandicoot, NCAA Football, Game Breaker. Excuse me, Tekken 2. I think some others. I guess that's it. Okay. Now, I do remember these jam packs. I know we didn't have this one, but so you have Bravo Air Race, Colony Wars, Cool Borders 2, which I actually own, Fighting Force. I remember seeing that in the magazines back in the day. Intelligent Cube, NFL Game Day 98, Nightmare Creatures. I remember seeing advertisements for that in the magazines back in the day. Nuclear Strike, Papa the Rappa, Test Drive 4, Tomb Raider 2, and Versus, I guess. Is that all one? And strangely enough, the artwork in this is flipped. I think someone did that. Yeah, there it is. I know we had a volume of this, jam pack something. I think the disc was like that weird off green, and then this was silver. I think, just now kind of remembering that. A pretty beat up copy of Tekken 2. I was very disappointed to see this, but I do have a disc only replacement on the way. Looks like somebody used it as a coaster because there's just this outline right here. Pretty disappointed, but you know, to have a original black version of this, I guess for the price, it's not too bad. That's why, guys, you shouldn't always go for super cheap. But, you know, that game just goes for a lot. It's just completely crazy. Crash Bandicoot Warped. So this is, I believe, the third game. No backing to it. Oh, I already showed that. My bad. Oh shoot, I forgot one game which I haven't even opened yet. Say Pico Collection. So now they own the Glover game and then some other stuff as well. So we get the Glover Gaming N64 version, Zero Tolerance, Underground, Risky Woods, Slogger, Revolt of the Westicans, Street Racer, Target Renegade, Bad Street Ball, I don't know. Mermaids of Atlantis, Star X, and the Fidgets. No idea on those. Yeah, for the Evercade. And these are made in Europe, but they'll work on, their system, of course. Of course it will. Why wouldn't it? Alright, so we're going to get this stuff out of here so we don't show it again. Don't want to show things multiple times that we don't. So this is missing the manual. Let's turn this. So we have WD World's Destruction League Thunder Tanks. So this is kind of like tanks on the N64. Like, I have never played this game, haven't even seen footage of it. Just seeing the back of it, I thought, hey, why not? Got it on Whatnot. I think the disc is actually in good shape too. Pretty good shape. Yeah, like almost like unplayed, except for in the middle there's scratches on it. But hey, so this may have been resurfaced. But hey, for the price, can't complain. Twisted Metal 2. I think that's Twisted Metal 2. Disc only. Comes in a Blockbuster DVD case. In very good shape. This had a PS2 game in it. And the fact that it comes in a Blockbuster case, hey, I thought that's pretty cool. I think I had a choice on that. The guy asked me, do you want it in a case, like a case or something? And I said yes. So that was that. Got what I wanted. I have Twisted Metal as well. I think I already showed that in the past pickups video, yeah. And then Twisted Metal 3 coming in November, so that's cool. This case is busted, but, I was fine with that. Disc is in pretty good shape. Got some crap on it I need to get off. Well, surprisingly, this game is getting expensive. I don't know why. Because it's available on the on PlayStation 5. You can play it on PlayStation 5, on their streaming service, whatever that is now, PlayStation whatever. And I had the digital copy for a long time, but got rid of it. Simply because I couldn't beat the game, but I like it a lot. So yeah. Oops. I don't want to put that stuff away. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. So this is a replacement for... Oh, man. For the other copy I had. The other one was just pretty trashed. Again, I'm getting burned on some of this stuff, and it's a pain. I had to pay up for this copy, but, come on, people. Be honest. Be honest. Show your product, especially if people ask. Don't ignore the customer. And I played this back in the day at a good friend's house. Great game. I had a chance to get the Black Label version of Tony Hawk, but did not get it. I have Greatest Hits, and that's fine, Soul Feast on Sega CD. I think the disc is pretty good. Yeah, not bad. We'll just get this music out of the way. I know I'm kind of switching up a little bit, but we'll get the music out of the way real fast. Oh, a few more things, just one more game, then back to the other stuff. Gran Turismo 4. I could not remember if I owned this, but for the price, I thought, I can't beat this, and the disc is in like really good shape. Of course, all PlayStation 2 games come with a memory card holder. Black Sabbath, and this has that cool changing cover. Black Sabbath 13, their last album. This is a import version. Slipknot Volume 3. The Subliminal Verses. I know I'm behind on this, but I never really bought it. Just never did. I think I owned like an MP3 version of the one of the hit song on there, Duality or something. John Coltrane's Coltrane Jazz on Atlantic Jazz label. I think we get some bonus tracks here, actually. Yeah, there's a few alternate takes. I don't think we get any, pictures in here like you would on the Legacy editions. No, not really. Just the original cover, which I could actually use. Which actually we're gonna do that right now. You can flip it to have the original cover. I think someone just didn't do that. That's my thought on it. I don't know. But I do own this on vinyl, a remaster. Steely Dan's Gaucho. Really wanted to get the vinyl, but my dad did that, and I'll inherit his vinyl copy when he leaves this earth. But this copy is in really good shape. Has some just black stuff. I don't know if that'll show up on the camera. Just a black dirt or something on there that I can get off. Spot. But yeah, the original MCA CD of this. No doubt, Tragic Kingdom. Ooh, no. Fudge. Fudge this. Oh, man. And it's not an original. It's brand new. Maybe it is an original because it's just weird plasticky packaging. Third Eye Blind CD, and I have the my replacement somewhere, but yeah, this is the one that was broken, but I do have the replacement for it somewhere. So one more game to show. I thought this didn't arrive. The Sims House Party expansion pack, and I had this back in the day. Just wanted to own something, a little something of what I owned. It was just a small part of that awesomeness back then. Let's show the big one here. This is the Retrode. I'm not going to take it out, but so I can plug in, Mega Drive games, Genesis, Super Nintendo, and Super Famicom. Pull the game files off the cartridges and the saves if there's one on there. Back up the save, back up the game file, and looks like there might be one more slot there. They make it kind of hard to see, but yeah, after I saw that, I noticed that there's other versions like this that you can, plug a bunch of different types of games in, including like Game Boy and a couple others. I'm not going to get that, and I'm doing that so I can back up these games and their save files and play hacks with those. Marry the original game files with a hack file in order to play the hack, and then emulate the games on other devices. Because I own our actual games, so it's not illegal. So yeah, there's that. It's called the Retrode. Comes with USB adapters to plug into. I'll be using my laptop to store those files. So moving on to, I think they're getting to the last of the gaming stuff. Hori Switchpad, GameCube. So this is compatible with Smash Brothers Ultimate, which I do own. Kind of paid up for this one, but so there's that. Heard these are made pretty well. I mean, if it's Hori, I don't think I have anything to worry about as far as the quality. A gold PlayStation 3 controller, which is still in pretty good shape. It's obviously used, but not too bad. Still got the grip on the analog sticks. 8 MB memory card, blue for the PlayStation 2. The Simpsons Trick or Treehouse. What does that say? Springfield Murder Mysteries. So this is just a compilation of some of the Treehouse of Horror episodes. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. And some assorted Simpsons figures and Splatoon amiibos. And I've shown those in my latest package opening video. Gumby figures. They are posable. You can move the legs, which I didn't even mention that in the opening package video. So I put those on the old on the whatchamacallit. Alright, so we have to get some of this stuff out of the way a little bit. I showed one vinyl pickup. Oh, PlayStation AV hookups. Don't have those out. They're behind my record crate, which is very heavy. I have to move a bunch of stuff just to get to those cables in my dresser here, or entertainment center drawer. What is this? Miles Davis Quintet, The Complete Live in Paris, 1960, Volume 1 from the Lost Recordings. And this comes in a nice premium protective sleeve. These are numbered. So this is 740 of 3000. And I'll open this for you guys. Oops. Don't think I showed this on the last pickups video. But this thing has this really cool, kind of almost rubber, smooth feel to it. Very cool packaging. And there's a live photo of Miles playing. A little, maybe I did show this. Oh well. So this is in mono. Recorded at the Olympia in Paris, France on 11x 1960. I don't know the date. So it's from recorded in mono, 1960 Europe. One private collection. Remastered in 2024 by Lost Recordings. Photo 1960 Jean-Pierre Lelore. Phoenix Mastering, and some kind of reference number here, and then what it was cut at by Kevin Gray, 33 RPM. Tip on gatefold, printed in Italy, pressed by Simon Garcia at Marciac, France, I guess. And there's the track listing, website. Well, I guess this is in mono. It says mono. Huh. But yeah, this sounds incredible. I mean, I'm just going based off the samples I heard online. I don't think there's a CD version of this, unfortunately. I would have bought that. But, you know, you have the original kind of blue lineup. I believe the original, or most of the original lineup here, playing this stuff live. So I'll do a full-on review of this soon, but you get, you know, Miles Davis's signature there in gold. Of course, it's, you know, a print of it. It's not actually signed that way by him. And we'll get this back in without tearing it. This has some dust on it. It's been sitting around for a while. I haven't had the time to play it. I was so busy in January. And then, so yeah, this is everything. I mean, I have a few more of those, you know, a replacement coming in, and then a special holder for a bunch of my PlayStation memory cards. I think it'll fit these too. It's branded PlayStation 1, but, you know, we'll see. Because I need to have all my PlayStation, really need all my PlayStation games in one place. Sorry, memory cards in one place. And also the games too, really all my games in one place. But, you know, really that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I think I missed anything. No, not really. But yeah, there we go. So thank you very much for watching this pickups video. Another one will be coming soon. I haven't had to cut back on the amount of stuff I'm buying. So yeah, that's all now for now, guys. Thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing.